last night, it was about 1:30, and none of us in our house have gone to bed before 2 o'clock in the last few days. And last night, it was about 1:30. We all went up stairs finally and said goodnight to each other. And my wife and I were in our closet, and we were changing into our pajamas, and we were chatting, and there was a soft knock at the door. And it was my eldest daughter, Mary. And she said, Dad, I just checked my email, and President Hinckley has passed away. If you don't know who President Hinckley is, you're not in the minority. Most people have never heard of this man. You may have seen him on Larry King Live one time. I think he was on a couple of times. He is the president of the LDS Church, and he's a 97-year-old man, one of the sweetest men I have ever seen. I never met him. Larry King actually talked to me and said, one of the most amazing men he's ever met is Gordon B. Hinckley. And I said, I imagine. He said, you haven't met him? And I said, no, sir. And he said, you want to? And I said, no, that's okay. And he said, no, I'll line it up. I'll call Gordon up. You two should meet. I said, no, that's okay. I don't need to meet him. It's not like I was a fan of him. I was in awe of him. And that's what Larry King said to me. He said, all you Mormons are alike. You're all in awe of that man. And I said, he is an amazingly sweet and powerful man. I think it was 3 years ago or so, his wife, who he had been married to for absolutely ever, passed away. And it was so sad when she passed away because he was lost without her. They were connected, and they were one, and they were a way a marriage should be. And it was amazing to watch the two together. And last night I had wondered for a while, I had really, truly wondered for a while what it was going to be like when this guy passes away, because honestly, he's just one of the sweetest guys I had ever seen. Well, last night I found out. Honestly, I had thought in my head, because he had been sick for a while, I'm going to be devastated the day he dies. My daughter knocked on the door last night. She said, Dad, President Hinckley just died. My very first thought in my image of my mind was him and his sweet wife, arm in arm, together again at last. It was a happy moment. It shocked me. I knew he was back with his wife. We all knelt down around our bed, and I have never in my life felt what I felt last night in prayer. I just wanted to thank God for putting yet another amazing individual down on earth. We're surrounded by amazing people. We watch people all the time. We are influenced by different people, just people who stand for something, just people who say, you know what, I'm going to be a decent human being. And you watch them, and they affect your life. Gordon B. Hinckley affected my life. I watched him. I learned from him. He said one time, and I hear it all the time in my head, if what you're doing doesn't have eternal consequences, why are you doing it? I think of that all the time. I think of the way he just told the truth, even when it was tough. For the people who are of my faith today, I guess people would think would be a sad day. For me, it's a very, very happy day. A very happy day. If you're not of my faith, I ask you just to reflect on one thing today. Who is that one person in your life that stands for something? Who's that one person in your life that you look at and just say, wow, I want to be a little more like that person? Ponder them before you lose them. Maybe call them and thank them for the influence that they've had on your life. And if you don't have somebody like that in your life, look for somebody today. They seem to become more and more rare. They seem to pass on far too quickly, even if they are 97 years old.